Welcome to episode 20 of The Real Talk Lineup. We are your go-to podcast for hilarious hot takes on the latest in pop culture. I'm your host, JoJo.
And I am Ronnie Cole.
And on this week's episode, the jury is in, almost. Not You Too Smokey Robinson.
Oh my God, I cannot.
And LSD, a sacrament essential for spiritual growth.
Oh, you didn't know that, did you?
I did not.
It is.
Not until this week. All right. It's all this and much, much more up next on The Real Talk Lineup.
They have to be following him every moment of the day.
J-Lo getting divorced?
He still contributed to society.
I think maybe marijuana.
That is not obvious. How did that happen?
I would be too afraid, but sometimes I'm like, man, I need a little boost. On this week's Celebrity Breakdown, the Diddy jury is in. Jury selection in Sean Diddy Combs' ongoing sexual crimes trial continued this past Wednesday in Manhattan, where prosecutors and defense attorneys questioned potential jurors individually to assess their suitability. The process focused heavily on the candidates' personal experiences with sexual assault, harassment, or domestic violence. By the day's end, the pool had been narrowed to 45 potential jurors. Combs, who faces life in prison if convicted, recently declined a plea deal, and a judge denied his request to delay the trial. The judge ordered the parties back to court on Friday at 9 a.m. to make their preemptory strikes. The defense gets 10, the prosecution gets 6. Opening statements are Monday. The prosecution said its first 2 witnesses would be relatively quick, and the third witness would take the remainder of the week. Prosecutors disclosed the first 3 witnesses to the defense, but they have not been made public.
So he's facing life.
Facing life in prison, yes. That's a racketeering, like that's RICO.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, it's like he used his company to form this criminal enterprise.
Okay.
For his sexual desires.
Okay. I cannot imagine having to be the person to pick the people for this jury.
No. But I so desperately want to be on this jury.
I do too. But I don't think I would be a good juror because I'm biased. I'm a Diddy fan.
Yes.
But what he did was like horrible and deplorable.
Yeah.
Like with the R. Kelly thing.
Yeah. But you have to be living under a rock to not know what's going on.
What's happening, that's what I'm saying. There has been so much talk, so much speculation, so many allegations. It's been going on for so many months, so long. Like, how do you find somebody who does not know?
I don't know, because he's from Manhattan. He's from New York, and all these jurors are coming from New York. So
they absolutely know who he is.
Of course they do. They went through like over 300 people and narrowed it down to 45.
Insane.
Yes.
That is insane. I would love to be on this.
Why couldn't they call us?
I don't know.
Because
we're not in Manhattan.
But and this judge, he is not on no bullshit. He denied his bail. He denied his request to delay the trial.
Said, oh no, motherfucker, you gonna sit here and we gonna go through every single detail of your life.
Yeah.
From the moment you were born into the world to today.
Can you just imagine all these details that are going to come out?
It is going to be some crazy. All those people who were being like mentioned, like TD Jakes.
Yeah.
LeBron. And Beyonce, Jay-Z. Like those are the people who I don't want to say excited, but I'm most interested in the stories. Because these are people who are community activists or, they stand for a cause. Like Diddy, he never really stood for a cause. Not to me.
He didn't. No.
He was just like, I'm making my money.
He always seemed like he was about his own personal business.
Yeah. So it's exhausting.
So
just thinking about it.
Like, can you get the transcripts from the court hearing, like after it's done? Is that public record? Do you know?
I don't know, because it's a criminal case.
So, because I know court records are public record. Like, I could look up anybody's court record, but I don't know about
the docket.
Yeah, you can look up the court docket, the indictments.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm just wondering.
You know what? It's something for us to do.
Yeah,
we're good at that.
Yeah, we are criminal investigators.
Yes.
So, because I have to read the transcript.
Yeah, I have to see.
Yeah.
Oh my! I can't believe he pled not guilty.
And he wanted to to delay the trial, and I'm like, get it over and done with. Like, because that's just torture. You're torturing yourself. Did you know that when he was in court on Monday, he told the judge he had to use the bathroom because he was nervous?
Stop. No, he didn't.
Yes.
Pissy Diddy. You're a pissy Diddy.
Oh, my God. I wonder if they're going to televise the trial like they did OJ.
They should. But I don't know because there are so many victims that are going to be aforementioned. Would that prevent it from being televised?
I mean, they're not children. I don't think any of them are children, so I don't see why.
But what if they don't want to?
Well, once it goes to court, I don't think you don't have that option to say, I don't want people to know who I am, because, you know, when you're accused of something, you have a right to face your accusers. So you have to know who's accusing you.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's such a perv. Ew.
Yes. All that baby oil.
I know. Nasty. Slipping and sliding all up.
Oh, my goodness.
Up and down the courtroom hallways. Nasty.
Okay, moving on. Really, Smokey Robinson?
Help me.
4 women have filed a lawsuit in Los Angeles against music legend Smokey Robinson, accusing him of repeated sexual misconduct during their time working as housekeepers for him and his wife, Frances. The women, identified as Jane Does, allege that the incidents began as early as 2007 and occurred while they were employed in the Robinson household. They claimed Smokey engaged in inappropriate and unwanted sexual behavior, often when his wife was not present. The suit includes allegations of sexual battery, assault, false imprisonment, and gender-based violence, with the women seeking at least $50 million in damages. While Frances is not accused of any direct involvement in the alleged assaults, the women claim she was aware of Smokey's past misconduct and failed to intervene. They also allege she created a hostile work environment through verbal abuse and poor working conditions. In a phone call with the Daily Mail this past Wednesday, the Motown star, 85, briefly addressed the allegations put forth against him, saying, "I am appalled, and I can't speak about this right now."
He is 85 years old.
Yes.
He better not speak about anything.
No.
I
don't do the Biden.
Please. I was absolutely distraught to learn that this was ever even alleged.
So I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I don't know how to react, because I don't want to ever, you know, if someone's a sexual assault victim, I don't ever want to discredit them if they're true.
Yeah.
But the issue I have is that these ladies are suing him for $50 million. It's an exorbitant amount of money. But they've filed no criminal charges.
That's what I read too.
And they're saying
they just really want some money.
That's what I'm thinking.
Their pain and suffering.
And they're saying that he raped them multiple times, like over 20 times.
Over years. Yeah, over a span of years.
And I'm sorry, but if someone rapes me one time, I'm not coming back.
And see, so that's what my initial thought was. And then my second thought was like, well, I can't blame the victim for being a victim. However, upon further investigation and further reading, they weren't even paying them that good. And then they would like force them to like work overtime and wouldn't pay them for the overtime. So you're not only are you not paying me my proper wage, which is supposed to be minimum wage, you're forcing me to work overtime and you're not paying me for that either. And you think you're going to assault me on a consistent basis? No, I'm going to kill you and everybody in this house.
But that's another thing. It's like, okay, so they're not making any real money. This man's allegedly raping them. What are you staying there for?
Yeah, that's what I had the same thought, JoJo.
Like, you can go to McDonald's and make $15 an hour.
Exactly.
So don't say that you had to stay there.
There was a reason why. And then they were saying they wanted to avoid embarrassment and all these other things, but no, you subjected yourself to more abuse and more opportunities for abuse. And now that you're saying something, like it should have not went on that long.
No, and I think the fact that they're suing him for $50 million and no criminal charges have been filed. It doesn't sit well with me.
Right. He's only, his net worth is only 150 million. So
yeah,
I don't know what they're gonna get. And then his wife knew about. Why did the wife knew?
And I have a hard time believing that too. Like,
these are elderly people.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that the age has anything to do with it, because it doesn't. But like,
well, what woman is going to be okay with her husband having sex with other women, whether it's forced or not forced? Or
I can't say, because I've seen it, and they know, and they do nothing, because I don't know what they're doing when they're not home.
Yeah.
You know, so I think all these women were Hispanic or of Spanish origin.
Okay.
So I think he took advantage of them, probably because he felt like he could.
I just don't want this story to be true. I
don't either. And it continued, and he was up to like 4 or 5 different victims. And
how did all these women know each other?
Because they were all housekeepers. They were all housekeepers.
But they weren't housekeepers at the same time.
No, they were like overlap.
Okay.
They were like overlap. So like one of them was like the house manager.
Okay.
And the assistant.
Or I gave my 2 weeks notice.
Yeah. And then another girl was like, hey, I'm cleaning, but I need help. Let me hire this other young girl.
Okay.
And the young girl came in, and they kind of just like worked together. But he would just like take turns sexually assaulting these women. And I'm just like, so nobody was like, hey, he did X, Y, and Z to me.
Yeah.
What do you think I should do?
Yeah.
Like, especially if we have that type, we built any type of relationship as workers. Like, if something happens to me at work, I'm of course going to say something to you. Like,
I'm telling everybody.
Yes. Because I want to know, what do you think I should do?
Yeah.
Even if I don't do what you suggest.
Yeah.
I still need to know, like, or is this happening to you?
Do you think this is true? Like, I don't know if I believe it. I really don't.
See, I use...
Oh, there's
podcast
Don.
Buddy.
Don's waving at us in the window.
Our rotating podcast buddy.
Batteries included.
Batteries included. Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's coming in.
Hello, rotating podcast buddy.
Rotating podcast buddy.
You want to hop on a microphone for a second?
Microphone check. Oh, careful, you don't have your condom.
Yeah, I don't want to leave a trail of, baby mamas, baby mama microphones.
You don't want to be accused of sexual assault like Smokey
like
Robinson.
Smokey Robinson.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Who knew how much he was cruising together? Yes. My God.
Like, what do you think? Do you think that he really did this? Like, I have a hard time believing
I don't
it.
put anything past anybody anymore.
Yeah, I really don't either. I couldn't put it back. I mean, yeah, some of the most surprising people in the past have all of a sudden like, are you kidding me? So, no, I mean, I could easily see him wooing them with his poetry. I mean, he's the most, he's one of the best poets of the last 4 or 5 decades. But
have you ever seen the video of him like gyrating his hips?
He is a creepy man. I don't give a damn what they say. He's creepy.
Unfortunately, I saw it live.
Oh, really? Lucky you.
He did a show for us at Jammin' 92. We do something called the Moondog Coronation Ball every year, and we were lucky to get Smokey, actually, because he was a big deal.
Yeah.
And but no, and he does a great show. I mean, it's a kind of a Vegas-style show where he does everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's out there, and the whole time he's like Keith Sweat. He's got that one move. The whole time he's gyrating just a little bit, and no, not to the beat of any of his songs at all.
No, of course not.
Yeah, the sound of old America, Motown.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I was very shocked by that. I thought of the people that are still around. Maybe Stevie Wonder was a bit of a freak, but
I've heard things.
Well, Stevie's got 1 million kids, and he's had so many women in his life, quite a bit. But that's all. They keep it very quiet.
Yeah.
They don't talk about those guys at all. The Motown artists are very well shielded.
Yeah.
Pretty much, except for Michael, but he left Motown, that's why. So,
yeah.
But there you go. Yeah, that's my take on Smokey Robinson. I've ruined your show. I'm leaving now.
It's okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. We adore you.
I'll be back soon enough.
We adore you.
Okay. Well, we won't. Yeah. Well, I just can't. I can't wait to see what unfolds in this story.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't put anything past anybody. So.
I don't either. But
I think it disturbed me so much because I know how my elders felt about him. Like he was just like, it's like finding out a family member was a pedophile.
I mean, even like with the Bill Cosby, like it didn't really upset me. I don't know. Like I always enjoyed him as an actor, but when I heard it, I was kind of like, oh, well, I'm not surprised. But
that pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because how dare you?
Yeah.
Knowing what you meant to so many people. And it's hard to separate the image that you create. You create this persona, you act out this persona, you market this persona, and then you're not that person.
Yeah.
How? You are a sociopath. Because everybody thought that you were this person for all years and years, decades. We're like, oh, this is a good man. He's a model citizen. He's a good father. He's this, he's that. You're a rapist.
Yeah. And it's so like these men back in those days, a lot of people in Hollywood, in the music business and that they all thought they could get away with this. Because I mean, it's been happening for decades.
The fame and the money and the notoriety.
Well, shame on you.
I know. Please don't be true, Smokey. But it's so many people saying it, so it has to be some truth to it.
Well, we'll find out. I hope it's not. I love Motown artists.
Oh my gosh, my grandmother's probably rolling in her grave. Oh, this is exhausting.
Grandma, we hope it's not true.
We hope not, Grandma.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Weight Watchers files for bankruptcy. Weight Watchers, now known as WW International, has filed for bankruptcy under Chapter 11, aiming to restructure its finances and eliminate its $1.5 billion debt. The company, which revolutionized dieting with its point system, has struggled in recent years, especially as alternatives like GLP-1 drugs gained popularity. Despite efforts to pivot, including a failed telehealth platform for weight loss drugs, Weight Watchers saw declining memberships and a sharp drop in stock value. CEO Tara Camante is now leading the company through this bankruptcy process, hoping to revive the brand by focusing on innovation and reinvesting in its members. Weight Watchers shares have dropped significantly from $100 in 2018 to a current penny stock status. The company plans to emerge from bankruptcy in about 40 days. Buy your stock now. Buy it now. Like, okay. I'm really going to. It's penny stock status. And
I'm going to get some.
Because I really think that Weight Watchers will reinvent themselves. They've been around forever.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah. And with GLP-1s, nobody wants to diet the hard way anymore.
So that's because everybody's become so lazy.
Yeah.
With life. Like, if they can get instant gratification, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Weight Watchers requires you to be disciplined. People have no discipline.
I was on Weight Watchers before.
Were you?
And the point system really did work. Like I lost about 15 pounds, but I just felt like it wasn't sustainable because I wanted to eat my junk food. I'm a fat person, I
have zero willpower when it comes to stuff like that.
And it has to be, I think, like there's something psychological. You know, I have diabetes. I shouldn't be eating sugar. I take my medication and I try to eat healthy, but I still eat things that I know I shouldn't be eating. And I'm just like, why am I doing this? Because I know I shouldn't be eating it.
Because you can. Because it's available.
I feel like once they tell me you can't have it, that's when I want it.
Yes, absolutely. That is a psychological. People don't listen to me when I say that. It is a psychological switch that happens in your brain.
Yes.
That as soon as something becomes forbidden or something you're not supposed to have or something that's not necessarily for you, your desire for it increases.
Absolutely. And
it's insane to me.
I don't understand.
It's insane. So what I have to do, because Weight Watchers, first of all, why do you cost so damn much? Secondly, how much was it when you were paying?
I paid $10 a month, but I did it strictly online. I
how long ago was this?
Last year.
So what do you do?
So you go on there and they give you, you fill out all the information, like your weight and your height and your age and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tell you like how many points you're allowed. And then they tell you what foods are how many points. Like you can actually scan a barcode on, like you say your box of cereal,
Right.
and it'll tell you, okay, this is 10 points or 5 points.
That is so different from what the Weight Watchers that I knew.
Okay.
So back in the day, I think my mom or one of my aunts, somebody was on Weight Watchers.
Okay.
And that was when they had the TV dinners, and you would pay $300-$400 a month, and they would send you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then a snack.
I think that they still have like food options, but I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, that's the Weight Watchers I know. Like the point thing, I know nothing about that. And it was $300.
But that's insane.
That's $10 a day.
Yeah, and then you just keep track of your points in the app, and then like it'll tell you if you went over or if you didn't, or
and see it's so weird. And I think because we desire such a drastic change, that's what makes it hard to stay on that stuff a lot of times, because
it can be discouraging because you want to lose weight and then you lose like a pound or two, and it's like, what am I doing this for?
Or they'll send you, like when they used to send the meals, they would eat 2 of them for breakfast. Now you got 1 meal and 1 snack for the rest of the day. So like by 5 p.m. you're starving, so naturally you're going to eat whatever the hell is not glued to the floor. It was counterproductive.
Yeah.
Like it was a waste of money.
And then, and it really is such a psychological thing. Cause like I always eat a very healthy breakfast. I'll do okay at lunch. By the time I get home from work, I'm like irritated and hungry.
Cause we stress eat.
And yes,
that's another thing.
And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna eat blah, blah, blah. I'm stopping at McDonald's on my way home. I deserve
whole
it.
$5 bag of Lay's potato chips.
Yes.
That's stress eating. I had to look into that. When I crave certain things, I have to look it up and see what it means.
Okay.
When you crave crunchy, salty, that's stress.
Really?
It's like
what if you crave
I forget what
crunchy,
kind of
salty, and sweet and
well,
and savory?
I'll have to look into it.
Okay.
Because I paid attention to me wanting chips while I'm at work.
Okay.
But like on the weekends, I wouldn't eat them.
Okay.
And every morning I would stop at the gas station and give me a bag of Lay's. And I'm like, why in the hell? My blood pressure's going to be through the roof.
Yeah.
But I looked it up and it said something about it was directly related to what I was doing and what I was feeling. And I'm like, damn, this stress is making me eat chips.
Yeah.
Damn. So what I do now is I don't make it available to myself.
You know what?
I don't make it available.
You know what? I've tried that. Like I've gone to the grocery store and I'll buy groceries for the week and I won't buy anything bad for me. And then I'll be pissed off during the week that I don't have anything that I want to eat. And then like I'll just end up going to the store anyways.
Well, you can't completely cut yourself off, JoJo. Like if you eat a salad, you've earned a candy bar.
Okay.
Eat the candy bar.
I like that idea. Oh my goodness.
So I tell myself for every bag of chips I eat, that's one less outing for the week that I can go.
Okay.
It took a long time and a lot of work to get here. But for like today, I was eating chips all day. I wanted to go get chicken wings for dinner. Now I can't.
Okay.
Guess what I'm going to eat?
Chips.
A salad.
When
I get home because it's already made. I made sure I made a nice, good salad.
I love good salads.
Oh, it's so good. And it's so basic. So.
It is. With the right dressing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Enough about our food.
Okay, moving on. Home of the Whopper.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah, really. Burger King is facing a federal lawsuit over misleading advertising regarding the size of its Whopper and other menu items. A group of 19 customers from 13 states claim that the fast food chain exaggerated the size of its burgers in ads showing oversized patties and ingredients overflowing the bun to suggest the burgers were 35% larger and contain more than double the meat that they actually do. U.S. District Judge Roy K. Altman denied Burger King's request to dismiss the case, allowing the lawsuit to proceed. The customers are seeking to recover money from the alleged false advertising and are demanding that the chain either stop selling overstated menu items or correct its advertising practices. The case is based on Burger King's advertising from post-2017 campaigns. So instead of filing a lawsuit, what you should have done when you got your food is ask for a refund.
Precisely. Because why would you file a lawsuit for something that's so stupid?
So, what damages are you incurring?
That is
$10.19.
Exactly.
And if you ask me, a Whopper is like the biggest burger you could ever get.
Huge. And it's not that bad on price. Like McDonald's prices are like through the roof.
Yeah.
Don't go to Arby's because you're going to spend $30 on French fries and juice.
Yeah.
Are there any Burger Kings near where you live?
Yes.
We have one. It used to be like 4 or 5. We have one.
Yeah. There's only one.
That is so. Why did they close like that? Didn't they file bankruptcy or something?
I don't know.
I thought they did.
But
that's what I'm trying to figure out, why these people are trying to get money from them.
Yeah.
They don't have any.
And then we all see these fast food commercials and they all make the food look just so incredible.
That's what advertising is.
Yeah. And then when you go there, it's going to be a bunch of slop.
It's going to be the opposite of what you thought.
Yeah.
Always.
So I don't understand. And I have to imagine that there is print somewhere in this commercial stating like the weight or size of the food before it's cooked.
Yeah. And it meant, you know what? You're right.
Mm-hmm.
It says that.
It has to.
Objects on screen are larger.
Yeah, like
appear larger than they are in actual size.
Yeah, or like you go to, like you'll see on McDonald's commercials, like for the quarter pounder, it'll say this weight is pre-cooked.
Yeah, correct.
So
correct.
I'm just really shocked that the judge is letting this case go on.
That's another thing. Like, what? He's bored.
Come on. Exactly.
You just want to see what's going to happen. It's like watching a car crash about to happen. You can't look away. I can't look away.
Oh my God.
See what's going to happen.
Well, speaking of false advertising, it is now time for Trump Tales.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
In this week's Land of the Lost.
Wait.
Okay.
You need it. Do you put a song on the Trump Tales?
I haven't.
You need a soundbite or something.
You know what? I want to start putting in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Sorry.
Return to Alcatraz.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump took to Truth Social last Sunday to call for the reopening and expansion of Alcatraz as a high-security prison for America's most ruthless and violent offenders. Though Alcatraz has been closed since 1963 and now operates as a national park for tourists, Trump proposed reviving it as a symbol of a more serious nation that keeps dangerous criminals isolated. Notably, this potential policy idea appears to have come from a movie rerun on PBS, a network Trump has often criticized as radical and woke. The White House has not commented on the origin of the idea.
So is his ass going to be in there? Because he's the most ruthless and violent offender I ever seen.
He needs to be the first prisoner.
My God.
And then let me find out that Big Bird and Elmo are radicals.
They're woke. What the hell does that? What does he think it means? I want to know what he think. I need him to define it. I need somebody to ask him. Define woke. Because I don't think he gets it. He's not gonna. It's
not Joe Biden. It's not Sleepy Joe. Oh my God. But you always would hear about like people escaping from Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Alcatraz was built in 1934. So what part of that building do you think is going to be equipped?
Anything in its own way. It's not
going
to do anything with it.
It's not going to make us a more serious nation.
And who's going to work in there?
Yeah, it's going to make us look like a bunch of idiots. Like he just has the ideas, but like, do you really think them through?
Diarrhea of the mouth is what he has.
Yeah,
it just comes out. It doesn't filter. It doesn't. It's flying out of there.
I don't even want to say from the brain to the mouth.
It's
but
not.
From the upper part of his head.
There you go. It's the upper part of his head, because there is no freaking brain in there.
And we have a new pope now, but it's not Trump. Just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phew. Almost.
He is an American pope, which I don't think we've ever had. Pope Leo the 14th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check him out.
Okay.
How old is he?
I don't know. He doesn't look super old.
104? Oh.
No, he doesn't look super old, but I really haven't had a chance to look into him and see what he's all about because
I'm gonna look and see.
they just showed the white smoke today. It is now time for Ronnie Cole's question of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so my question of the day is not necessarily a question.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it is. Did you watch the Met Gala? Did you see like pictures and stuff
I
online?
didn't watch it, but I did see pictures online.
Okay. I want to know, who do you think best dressed? Your top 3 best dressed for the Met Gala.
I'll say Tiana Taylor.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I liked Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
And then I liked Andre 3000.
I loved Andre.
Yeah.
He was the first one I saw, and I was like, oh, he is just a sensational man.
He is. He's very
is
creative.
Sensational. He is.
Yes.
I love him.
I love his
So,
voice too.
Yeah, I know, his whole swag, just
Yes.
everything about him was just so cool
Yeah.
and laid back and just like.
Yep.
Well, you named 2 of my 3.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, who was your other one?
The legendary Miss Diana Ross.
Oh, I didn't even see Diana.
Oh, they said this was her first Met Gala in like 20.
Really?
Stunning.
I didn't even see any pictures of her.
Stunning. Oh my God.
Do you got a picture?
I'm gonna.
Oh my
That
goodness.
gorgeous.
She is beautiful.
Yes, I said you better do it.
Oh,
You
she's
better
wearing like
do
this
it.
white and silver ball gown with this white hat and
It
a
has, like,
long
the white
train and
feathery.
oh, she's gorgeous.
It's so pretty, isn't
She's
it?
always gorgeous
Yes,
though.
Yes. Those are my
Jealous.
3: Diana, Andre, and Tiana. Tiana nailed it.
She looked amazing.
She did makeup flawless. I'm just like, girl,
Uh-huh.
do it.
Yep.
Yes. So proud. I'm so proud. Everybody looked so good. They did good.
Yeah.
I don't know who the worst of the worst was. I
Yeah,
can't.
me either.
There's a couple
I'm sure there's
people.
plenty of horrible dressers.
Kim K was okay though. She was okay. She wasn't in my top 3, but
I always think she has good style.
she does.
Yeah.
Like regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you're rich, you can buy whatever you want.
When you're a Kardashian,
Yeah.
there are no off days.
They're not allowed. Okay, it is now time to board the crazy train.
Mhm.
A man buried $280,000.
What?
A farmer in China buried the equivalent of $280,000 on his property. Unfortunately, when he dug up the cash, the bills were completely falling apart.
No.
Yes, employees at the bank did the best they could to separate the mess of deteriorated paper bundles, but he lost about 25% of his savings.
How? What the hell is their money made out of?
Well, it's first of all, money is paper. Like I know it's a special kind of paper.
Uh-huh.
You cannot bury the paper in the ground.
He didn't have it in like a bag. Or
No,
anything.
he
just
buried
dumped
it.
Oh my God. Well, duh.
I just don't understand like
What
why
was
he
it in,
thought that
like,
would
a
be
trash
okay.
bag?
You have to wrap the money.
Oh my God.
And then what are you burying your money
Why
for?
bury your money? He was hiding it from somebody. He probably stole it. Well, they said it was his savings. Maybe he
That's
thought
what
that
they
was the
said.
safest place. Apparently not.
If
Well,
I
it's safe
had
from people.
If I had money buried somewhere, I would be worried every day that someone would find
Every
it.
single day.
At least I know in the bank, like it's insured.
Where it's at. Yep. Exactly. That's me.
Yeah.
Like even if I stash money in the house, I'm like, somebody's gonna find it. I have to get more creative with my hiding spots. Can't put it under the mattress or in the drawer. They're gonna find that. Like I would be nervous.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of money.
That is.
That's a lot of money. How much is 25%?
It's like 50 grand, 50 something $1,000.
I would
Yeah.
be sick.
Dum
Keep your money in the bank, JoJo, okay?
I
Don't
will.
bury it in the ground. If you want to bury it, I'll give you a box to put it in, okay?
I'm wrapping it up in
Okay.
plastic and then
Yes.
putting it in a safe and then
And we're going to mark it with an X or no?
Yeah.
Should we do that? Okay. Like
so I
the
can
old-
remember
like
where
the
I
old
put
days.
it. Yep.
Right.
Okay, next car on the crazy train. An Army Black Hawk pilot has been indicted for allegedly distributing LSD, claiming his actions are rooted in religious beliefs. First Lieutenant Kyle Norton Reister's legal team argues that he considers LSD a sacrament essential for his spiritual growth. The indictment accuses him of conspiring to distribute over 10 grams of the drug. I have never heard such bigger bullshit in my whole entire life.
Hey, that's not communion. What are you doing?
Oh my God. And then if you're using it for your own personal spiritual growth, why are you distributing
Because he wants everybody to grow with him. It's a part of his journey.
Yeah, I'm sure they
all gonna be high.
Yeah, and I'm sure they had to pay for it. He wasn't giving it away out of the kindness of his heart.
You get an LSD. You get an LSD.
Uh-huh.
That is insane.
Like, how do you use the saying it's a religious belief as an excuse to get high? Like, I would feel like it's like blasphemy.
It's the opposite of what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people assume that saying that it's for religious reasons automatically makes it okay.
Oh, okay.
It's very stupid.
Yeah.
Very stupid.
Okay, last car on the crazy train. In Thailand, 2 jewel thieves successfully escaped with rare gems, but got into a heated argument in a restaurant about dividing the loot. Loudly discussing details of their crime while unaware that a police detective and his wife were dining at the next table. The detective stepped away from the table, called his supervisor, then went back to be with his wife until the cops arrived.
Why didn't they discuss this prior to stealing?
Why are people so stupid?
Why was this plan not completely planned out?
I have no idea. Because criminals are pretty much they're stupid.
That is insane.
Yeah.
We're gonna have down to the T when we
absolutely
make our jewel heist.
Yeah.
We're gonna know exactly who's getting what.
And then we're not discussing
and then
it
we're
in
not
public.
talking about it in the restaurant.
We're not talking about it ever.
Dumb.
That's why people get caught.
That's how
they always tell on themselves.
They talk too damn much.
Yep. If I stole something from someone, I would never tell a soul.
Nobody would know.
No.
That's the whole point.
I couldn't steal because I'd feel too guilty to enjoy it, but
oh goodness.
Okay. Well, that is all we have for you this week on the Real Talk Lineup. You can check us out at realtalklineup.com, on Facebook or Instagram at Real Talk Lineup, and on your favorite streaming platform.
It's been real.